Network offers a diverse lineup of live video podcasts. The IWK 710 Daily Sesh, nightly at 7 p.m. Dungeon News Update, Mondays at 8 p.m. Psychedelic Reporters, Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Peace, News and Views, Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Open Your Eye, Thursdays at 8 p.m. What's up, Northern Ontario? Spotlight on Entertainment, Movie Nights, and live on location coverage, monthly on NOK. Miss a podcast? Catch the replay anytime on Rumble, Facebook, Twitter, or LinkedIn. You can also find us on our webpage at www.noknetwork.com.
Discover the power of creativity and passion, bringing your visions to life, creating moments that resonate. Book your project today. Only at 117 Productions. What's up, my tokers, jokers, and smokers? Welcome back to another edition of the Daily CHRONIClez, y'all. I'm the host, Rodney. Y'all, Artifice is in the house. What's going on, y'all? What's going on?
What's up?
What's up?
Not shit, man. Not shit. It's been a minute since we got to hop on and do this thing, but I felt it only necessary that I had Silvertung on last week. Okay, get y'all on this week to talk about the Summer Meltdown Tour. Like, that's already fucking melting my face, dude. Seriously, like, it's amazing. Y'all excited for this, right?
Oh, yes.
For sure.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Now, one of the biggest things that I'm excited about is a rock fest, but we'll get to that. You know, that's later in the show. We'll talk a little bit more about that. But I'm looking at the things that Artifice is doing, okay? The shift that you guys are moving. And honestly, I gotta say, kind of resurrecting, you know, your passion through everything COVID and whatever bullshit recession and everything touring wise, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's amazing to fucking witness. I mean, honestly, it's inspirational as shit. So I want to start by saying thanks, guys.
I don't know why you're thinking us, man. We're just doing the only thing we know how to do.
And you do it well, you know, and that's the truth. And I'm not the only person that thinks that. There are thousands upon thousands of people in the fucking world that think that, and that is iconic as shit, and I love that shit. But if you don't mind, man, like I kind of looked into like your tour coming up and had some questions, and so honestly, like I just kind of want to like talk about the Summer Meltdown Tour. That shit is dope as fuck. Like the tour dates, albeit none are in Michigan this time, it's okay, but you know, the tour dates make sense. It's an honest tour, it's fucking straightforward, and it's gorgeous as shit. Speaking of gorgeous as shit, the one with the best hair in the place, Ant, what up, my man?
Whoa, look at there.
Sorry. What's up? I just got home from work.
Oh, dude, you're good. But no, I was just saying, like, you guys are going on tour, Summer Meltdown Tour with Silvertung. I know you're hella excited. Again, Rockfest, we'll talk about that later. Brought to you by Fuel the Funeral Entertainment. That is a mouthful.
Yeah.
It is. Speed fucked it up last week. He's like, I can't say this. I was like, what do you mean? It's 3 words. And now I tried to say it, and I was like, I understand.
Lots of fuel going on in there.
Right. It just goes right into it. You get tongue-tied. But no, if you don't mind, I came up with a kind of a question set. Now, to start things off, man, like, you know, speaking of inspiration, okay, and being inspirational, what are your main sources of inspiration when writing new music, and how has that evolved over the years?
For me, it's just like hearing other music. I'll be like listening to stuff and hear dope stuff that inspires me and kind of makes me want to, you know, do something that kind of resembles that in a certain way. Lately, I've been getting a lot of inspiration from like movie scores and like orchestral arrangements and stuff like that. But really, just anywhere.
Oh, dude, I feel that. I mean, it's music is inspirational, just like food, just like weed, you know. So, you know, what the fuck are we even doing here? But I like the the orchestra I mentioned there. I definitely want to talk to you about the Devil's Trill. That's going to be an interesting conversation. You know, it's an interesting little. I've never been a huge fan of classical music, but the Devil's Trill for some reason just fucking hooks me each and every goddamn time. You know what I mean?
I'm not sure I've ever heard that one. So.
I have it somewhere, and I stumbled upon to it just being high and kind of going down this huge rabbit hole.
As one does.
Yeah, it is classical music, and I was like, wait, what? Mikey, how do you maintain a balance between creativity and commercial success in your songwriting process?
I'm not sure I really do that.
Fair enough.
So much just kind of write feelings. Interpreting things that I can't put into words with the guitar or what have you.
So you really use music in your guitar notes and the fingers to the frets as like an expressive medium.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. I was really interested about that because it's like, well, when you guys came to Okemos, you know, I was obviously recording it, but watching it 1,000 times and editing it for certain things, you start to really pay attention to certain things that you boys do on stage. You know, certain things, you know, that are in the music and overall the entire production in the show. You know what I'm saying? And that's where these questions came from. You know, this is just it was there. You know, I've noticed that like there's so much energy. And obviously being translated from emotion on your part, Mike. You know, when you play, it's ridiculous, you know. I've even actually started noticing some people that you affiliate with that are also musicians, kind of, I wouldn't say jack your style, but there's some definite nods there, you know what I'm saying? You know, the flag hanging. Time. Right. The flag hanging from the pants, you know what I'm saying? Love that. That's dope as shit. I've seen it a few more other times, but I didn't see it until, you know what I'm saying? And I paid attention. I'm like, I wonder if Mikey knows about this. I'm trying to jack his style. But no, Ant, I got one for you, man. Do me a favor. Can you describe the overall theme, okay, behind your latest album and how it connects to your personal experience?
Oof. The Reflections is more just like a combination, like a mixture of emotions and just different things that we as a group, the band, went through over the past several years, and it's just everything that we experienced that we could, put into music.
I get it. Now,
Good, bad, the ugly.
sorry, what was that?
The good, bad, the ugly.
Oh, wasn't that a Clint Eastwood movie?
I think so. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm more of a Dirty Harry person, but he did some pretty good fucking spaghetti westerns. I'm not gonna lie to you about it. It was pretty dope. Pretty dope. But this one's kind of for the class, if you will, up for grabs for anyone. As a touring band, what challenges do you face on the road, and like how do you overcome them to give that said like best performance, like I was talking about earlier?
Eating crappy food makes you feel like crap sometimes. The traveling and issues with the bus or the trailer or whatever may arise. One of my biggest ones is the limited access to nice hot showers. That's a hard one.
For sure.
For you, man.
Yeah. Well, not all of us can be 5 feet tall.
Listen, hot showers can be a lifesaver. I don't care who you are. It's, sometimes I've pushed myself to smoking, to eating edibles, doing whatever, to the point where, dude, I gotta take a shower because I feel grimy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I can only imagine being on the road and not having immediate access to all that stuff. There's some certain like bird baths and like baby wipes that you take advantage of. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, lots of make and do for sure.
Oh, absolutely. On tour, all right. What was so? The first tour bus was what? That was Brad Pitt, wasn't it? No.
Well, that was the first RV that we had.
Right.
It wasn't Brad Pitt. It was Matt Damon.
Matt Damon. Sorry. Yeah.
But hell, we had a fleet of bands before that.
How much do you think that you've spent on just automobiles for tour since then?
Since like overall,
just
like
since
all
ARTIFAS,
the
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I wouldn't even be able to. Out of all the vehicles we purchased and then tried to have half-ass worked on, and then had to go get fixed again because we didn't get it fixed the first time.
Good, well over probably $200,000.
Yeah, I would say at least $100,000 for sure. I mean, they were never really nice vehicles by any means, but the money we poured into trying to keep those things running was getting out of hand at sometimes.
Do you feel that, like, if you had that money up front, you just bought something better and just it kept on?
Oh, easily, yeah. Yeah, if we'd had the money years ago, we never would have toured in a van.
Fair enough. Private jets just everywhere.
Exactly, exclusively.
But no, so, okay, in the van, driving from one venue to the other, making do with what you've got, whether it be lack of showers, whatever it is, okay? How do you keep the energy and the enthusiasm alive during a long, exhausting tour like that?
Drugs.
I mean,
that helps. There's definitely lots of drinking.
I guess, the fans getting to the shows and experiencing it to kind of carrot on a stick you along for the entire tour.
Yeah, I would have said something along those lines. I feel like it's, maybe it's easy for that stuff to take a toll on you when you're off the stage, but really the excitement of the show and, getting to be up there on stage for 30 minutes to an hour, that's what makes it tolerable.
Yeah, I mean, so the only way that I can relate, and maybe this is the way that all cooks relate to musicians, because the two walk hand in hand, let's be honest. And I think that hearing feedback when you've cooked something for someone, whether it be a customer, friend, family, mother-in-law, it doesn't matter. Hearing feedback, dude, it's just like saying something, yo, that song's fucking dope. You know what I mean? And so I guess it's similar along those lines,
Sure. Yeah, I mean, it's all really about the show for us. We started the band and writing music and, trying to run the band as a business and doing all that nonsense just so we could have an avenue to play shows. So, I mean, really, at the end of the day, that's what it's all about.
Exactly. It's about the show, and what a fucking show it is. You know, I definitely have some live footage, you know, we'll throw up around here. Boys, when I was in Okemos and I watched the show that you put on, I really enjoyed being able to see the before and after. You know what I mean? The loading in, you know, what does Artifice do up until the show? You know, the chill sessions, and then watching the show. It's fucking, it's riveting as hell. And I'm not just saying that to you know, over exacerbate this, you know, the experience emotionally, but you really do turn the energy on. It's fucking insane. And honestly, I've still been trying to figure out how you do it. I can't, nothing comes of mind, but I can tell you this. Fair enough. I was going to blame drugs, but yeah.
It's basically the same thing. It's just a imaginary drug that makes its way into your bloodstream after the first note of the first song hits.
It's goddamn, that's the truth. It's watching someone do something that they enjoy and that they're good at. How you can't really, it's an experience. So if you want to feel that extreme emotion and you want that fucking entertainment, that overall experience, check the dates on the Summer Meltdown Tour fucking coming out right now with Artifice and Silvertung, y'all. Check the dates. If you're close, fucking go to the show. Period. You will not fucking regret it.
Don't be a lame-o.
Don't be a lame-o. But no, and that's then near, it's not even, it's like kind of near the end of the tour, like 3/4 of the way of the tour, Rockfest.
Yeah.
It's now,
gonna be sick.
That is gonna be fucking sick, just like you said. Like, it's,
I honestly don't even know who all's on the lineup other than I think Slipknot. I think I know is on there. I've just been so focused on the fact that we were playing, I didn't even really pay attention to who else was on the bill.
It's in, so I know there's Slipknot on there. I think I saw Godsmack. I'm not, you know, I think I saw Godsmack. I know Asking Alexandria is on there. Mudvayne's going to be on there. Who else? I know Widow 7 and Alien Ant Farm are going to be on there. That's the Wednesday show. That's the special VIP, whatever it is. It's like the early start because it's like the show in the evening or something. Mm-hmm. And then Silvertung plays Saturday, so they're definitely going to be there.
They will.
I think Ice Cube's going to be there.
Yeah.
Oh, we're on their front page. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Go to the website, rockfest.com. It's like, right there.
You click on lineup, and then we're like right there.
That's dope. I didn't tell you about it's the white picture, right?
It's alphabetical order, I think, but I'll take it.
Hey, that's luck of the. It's not even luck of the draw. You plan that shit.
Damn
but
right.
No, so Rockfest is going to be dope as shit. From what I understand, there's like 7,300 people already there. Like, that's already reserved tickets and campsites and all that shit. It's gonna. I can personally attest. You know, going to film the shit, getting a hotel was like pulling teeth from a crocodile. It was not fun. My hotel was 40 minutes away, y'all.
Yeah, I figured it wouldn't be easy.
That's just because I refuse to put my camera equipment in the mud. That's the only reason. But no, I'm not worried about it. I get to go. It's going to be fun as fuck, man. I'm so excited about Rockfest. No bullshit. That I'm nervous about it. You know what I mean? You get nervous. You're like, okay. But
If I'm supposed to play and I'm not even nervous, maybe I shouldn't.
Speaking of, like, you know, tour. Meltdown Tour, guys. Definitely check it out. It's Artifice here in the house. You got Silvertung on tour with y'all. When does that start?
July 7th, I think, or July 8th. It's that weekend. I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah.
I'm being a bad band member right now. Let me look at my show flyer.
It's the 7th.
Okay. It is the 7th. Okay. And you guys are starting, if I remember correctly, I'm not even gonna look. Shag Nasties, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that name before.
July 7th.
There it is. But at the same time, so that's when the tour starts, which is interesting because you guys start at Shag Nasties and Silvertung starts at some bar in Virginia. I think it's like the Blues or something like that. I apologize, but we'll throw it up right here. I just don't remember the name of it. But they did mention that last week when I talked to them. Mm-hmm. And then it's like you guys come together, the power or whatever that of one.
With our powers combined.
There it is. But, speaking of like combining powers and stuff, like on tour, man, how do you connect with your fans during live performances? And like, what role do you see, them play kind of during your music and performances? Like, cause you're looking out at the audience, right? Like, sure. Tell me kind of like how you interact and like what you see.
It's like a circular, infinite loop between us and the fans. They're vibing off the music. It all starts with the music. And start liking what they're hearing, and they're probably feeding us back some positivity, and that just pumps us up, even harder and makes us want to put on a better show. So it just kind of creates this endless loop of, increased intensity, I guess.
I get it. And so I could, kind of putting it together, I see that like when you're able to turn the energy on, you're also kind of pulling energy from the crowd too. And that helps amplify that, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, our role is 5 or 5,000. It's definitely a little bit more difficult, even still, to have that energy in front of only a few people as opposed to a room full. And it's just something to be said about, having those people in the room vibing and moving and just creating that energy along with you.
Dude, I dig it. More to that point, though. And Anthony, sorry. What strategies do you use specifically to engage with your audience and make like a concert unique for a concert goer or your fans?
I mean, mostly just interaction. We got those stage boxes. You get up on the stage box and you stare someone right in the eye and you're like singing the words when they're singing, and like you get the crowd bouncing and feeling the music.
Dude, I get it. It's kind of like feeling that energy and kind of sharing the experience in the moment. Dude, I love that shit.
Scotty stage. So we like kind of like take all that area while Mikey and Cody have, their spots. So everybody's got like, their section covered, and we all just, get the crowd moving.
Dude, that's you do, and it's
it's a little harder for the guys in the band with stringed instruments to interact with folks because we don't really have the use of our hands and even our faces sometimes. I guess we don't really have control of either. But I mean, we try to, like Anthony said, get up in people's faces and interact with them, do crazy stuff, make funny faces, do whatever it is we can to get a reaction out of people.
You're just trying to put on a damn good show. And that's the truth. That's what that's right now. This is me telling you, very biasly, I might add, it's a damn good show.
Thank you.
I enjoy seeing the shit that you guys do, even the faces that you don't want to make. That shit's hilarious, and Teresa and I, we've, talked back and forth, mainly about writing, but, the boys come up every time, and it's like, we'll talk, and she goes, you get it. And I was like, I get what? She's like, you just got to let the boys be the boys and do what they do. You got to let rock stars be rock stars. If you want the show to be good, let them do what they do. It's so fucking, like, again, inspirational, going back to the main point, that I've wanted to try and capture that so I can show it to people, and I think that drawing inspiration from that, being inspirational and putting on a goddamn good show for your fans and sharing that experience and moment, And it's something that's damn near a dying art these days with the threat of fucking AI looming around the corner. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, to keep it original, to keep it fucking, I kind of want to say old school, you know, referring to the AI there in the room, if you will. Keeping it fucking just damn good. It's a rare oddity these days with a lot of people with backtracking, you know, and all of this bullshit we're hearing about, you know what I'm saying? And then on the other side of that, you got fucking, you know, the gnashing teeth of the fucking monster known as Ticketmaster, and in y'all's case, more of like, you know, merch gouging and shit like that from whatever venues.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's like, to know the fine line that y'all walk and still be inspirational and still being able to put on a damn good show, that's cool as fuck.
Yeah,
like, that's cool as fuck.
You're blowing my head up here, dude.
Hey, listen, you know, that's fine, but that's the truth of it, though, man. I really do mean that, you know. And now I kind of, you know, a few more questions and we're almost out of here. Are there any like rituals or like specific routines that, you know, happen before you go on to stage that might like help get you into the right mindset?
I'm sure, yeah. I'm sure everybody has their own. So there's probably a couple with the group. The whole day, really, when you're on tour, is a bit of a ritual most days.
Okay.
Kind of wake up around the same time, do the same things, kind of go through the same, you know, I guess, schedule every day. You know, we show up at a venue around 3 o'clock, and that's usually when work time begins. Start loading in, sound checking, working with the gear, doing all that stuff. And then from that point on, everybody kind of splits off to go do their individual routines and, you know, get dressed and ready for the show, maybe eat some food, drink some beers, smoke a little bit, do whatever it is they need to do. And
get
then,
that mind right.
We're all over the place, you know, for the hours prior to the show. And then about 20 minutes before the show starts, maybe not even that much, maybe like 5 minutes before the show starts, sometimes we'll all converge together and, you know, meet backstage to do our group ritual, which is usually like a, you know, let's go team of some sort. It changes over the years.
Hurrah!
Yeah. We'll like do some kind of, you know, like Mighty Duck Quack type deal, and then we go out there and melt people's faces.
Hence the Summer Meltdown Tour.
That's part of it. It's because it's going to be in July, and it's going to be hot as balls, and because we're going to be melting people's faces off. So
I love everything about that. It's going to be stifling hot, but listen, you only die once, right? Anyway, now, you know, speaking of the 5 minutes before the show, you know, speaking of coming together and, you know, going off doing your thing, you know, it is what it is. You know, do you still get nervous, you know, playing every show?
Yes.
It changes for me, really.
Okay.
When I was younger, I never got stage fright. I guess it's because I was, you know, young and bulletproof and nothing really bothered me. And then we started going on some bigger tours, and I remember like the Theory tour, I definitely had a lot of anxiety before the set because there was just so many people out there. And then it's kind of just like I said, comes and goes for me now. Like sometimes, you know, depending on the vibe, I'll have a little bit of anxiety, but other times I won't even think twice about it.
Mikey, what about you?
That's about the same. The less we tour, the more anxiety I feel playing shows, not being in the groove of it.
Right. And do you get nervous before a show?
Yeah, 2020 really screwed things up. Like, I guess mentally with like the whole, I guess it's like stage fright. You get nervous because now, since, you know, after, you know, post-pandemic, getting back out there doing everything, it's definitely feel like ramped up the anxiety or you know, stage fright before shows. You know, once the music kicks in, like that first hit happens, you know, it's gone.
Yeah, you're good.
But leading up to it,
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
If it's like a big important show, like maybe the day of Rockfest, this might happen to me. Luckily, we're playing for earlier in the day, I guess, for this reason alone. But I'll probably, you know, get a little bit of nerves that day if there's some people out there, and you know, you just don't know who's in the building, who's going to be watching, what their impression of you might be. So you got all these things going through your head, and you're just like, oh, hope I don't fuck up.
You know, let's go back to Japan. Remember a few years, what was it, 2016, 2017?
I think so, yeah.
That was, you know, you're going to Japan, you know, what was it, Papa Roach you went with?
Mm-hmm.
I think so. That kind of crowd, you know, like, dude, they're flying you halfway around the world to listen to you. That's dope as fuck, right? That experience alone was sweet as hell.
I definitely had some nerves on that show, but that was more of a
that's a whole different. Yeah,
I just remember like being so pumped up before we started that set because like they just made us feel, you know, so good and like rock stars, even though we're not. And they were treating us like we were, you know, Metallica or something. So it had our confidence boosted, and we were already kind of in the rock star mode. I didn't really have to work too hard for that one.
Hell yeah, but you know, looking at like those large crowds, you know, like you were talking about with Theory, you know, and looking at what COVID, I can tell you, there are going to be a lot more people coming out this year, you know what I'm saying, and doing more things as the world opens up. You know, that's I'm already starting to see that here in Michigan, and that means it's happening more because we're behind on everything. So it only makes sense, you know, so I'm excited as shit. But when you walk into these large crowds, you know, when you're playing in front of these large crowds, like, how do you handle the pressure, the expectations that kind of come with the spotlight and performing?
What was it again? What was the question?
So, like, how do you handle the pressure and expectations, like, from the crowd? You know what I'm saying?
Like
how
while we're on stage, or
yeah. Like, you know, with stage fright, you said, like, changing in your life. You know, you used to young and bulletproof. Now you have a little bit of stage fright. How do you handle those expectations or, like, you know, the pressure there?
I mean, first of all, practice.
Fair enough.
But second of all, I guess just, you know, a lot of these songs, except for like the stuff on the new record, you know, we've been playing a lot of this stuff for a while, so I know a lot of it like the back of my hand, and it's really just kind of finding that comfort, you know, in yourself, and just being like, look, dude, you've done this a million times. We're just gonna go out here and do it one more. And then that's how I do it, I guess. Either that or I drink. I drink a lot too. That helps.
Liquid courage. Fair enough. Mikey, what about you? Like, what, you know, if let's say you're nervous and you are on stage and you are nervous, like, what do? You just, like Ant said, the first note, or you just go with it?
Yeah, never usually pass the first note. And it's like the opposite for me. So the more people there are, I'm not nervous because it's way less personal. Like, there's a lot less chances for someone to call you out on, you know, you fucking up if there's 50,000 people as opposed to 5. So, you know.
Fair enough. I mean, you know, there's a lot of pressure there, and that's kind of the point that I'm trying to make. Sorry, very long-winded way of doing it, but, you know, it's worth looking at. It was interesting to me.
I guess really the best way to answer that question would be to say that there isn't really a way to manage the pressure. The only way, really, there is no pressure. Really, the only pressure there is the pressure we put on ourselves, you know, as musicians to do the job the right way, and that's what gets us all riled up. You know, if we didn't care or went out here and half-assed it like some bands probably do, then stage fright probably wouldn't be a thing. But it's only because we, you know, want to leave people with that good impression and leave people with, you know, a good show that we get those nerves.
It makes sense. Okay, so that makes sense. And, you know, honestly, I was looking at that question, you know, thinking it very biasly because, you know, I say I would get stage fright. I don't think that I would. You know, I've cooked in front of a bunch of people. People have watched my shit. People have torn my shit apart. I really don't think that I would get stage fright. But at the same time, like, the anxiety, you know, for me was still there. So it was like that's where the question really came from. But, you know, I digress. We've reached that part of the show. Now, Ant didn't get to catch us in the green room about this, so he's kind of being thrown to the wind on this one. But we're gonna do
We're gonna let him pick.
We're gonna all right. You get to pick a card, man. The fate is on you.
I saw a Pokemon card, so I'm.
Yeah, you did. There you go.
But he's got to answer it too. If he draws, he's got to answer.
Okay, we're gonna put it on him then.
Who's that?
All right.
Because if that's the case, I got it.
It's not Pokemon. It's a lot worse, and you're gonna hate it. But here we are. So we have left, center, and right. Center. Oh man, this one's not that bad. Get ready for
Yo, I got the munchies.
Yeah, so this has got the munchies. This is it's not bad at all. So got the munchies, man. You know, when you're smoking weed and feeling good, there are some side effects that happen. And when you got the munchies, what's that number one go-to food? What do you gotta have?
Cereal.
This man didn't even think about it.
Cereal's my favorite.
Man, new.
Cereal's my favorite.
He was ready for that question.
What kind of cereal though?
CTC, man.
Okay. I got CT Crunches. That's my shit. I won't lie to you. Now,
Or
real
Reese's
talk, though.
Puffs. Or Reese's Puffs.
Okay,
I like some
okay.
Reese's.
What about the dollar store brand or like the off brand? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I
will
like
you eat
that
those?
shit too. I will.
No. don't have the right taste.
See,
Definitely don't taste as good, but I'll still eat them.
Yeah, fair enough. Because I eat too much cereal. I'm a cereal killer. I won't lie to you. Like, we spend way too much money in milk and cereal. I'm a grown ass fucking man. I should not be eating this much cereal.
Hey, I eat cereal too. So
It's so good. It is. But CT Crunch, love it. Reese's Puffs, love it. Fucking my favorite. I will absolutely just murder a bowl Fruit Loops.
I'm more of a Honey Bunches and Oats guy.
Okay. Mikey, you like cereal?
I don't eat it that much anymore, but I like Raisin Bran Crunch.
He's like, I'm not a child.
Yo, RBC is good. He's like, I'm not a fucking
I like-
child.
I like adult cereals, old man cereals.
I'll take some Honey Nut Cheerios.
It probably tastes like Lost Balls.
He's got a box of just bran. Bran flakes.
Damn, Ronnie, you make
So-
me jealous.
Oh, listen, I'm sorry. You know, I like to share the love, though. But there's a second course to that, and now the second course we kind of play with a little bit. What is one snack from your childhood, whether it's discontinued or not, that like you would just that you had to have this as a kid?
I know one. That's not that they don't make. It's not a snack. But
What is it?
I'm on for Anthony because I don't want to steal his if he's gonna say
I
it.
mean, I don't even know. I don't even know if I can name it, if I can even remember anything.
All right, I'll go then. Mine's a drink.
Okay.
Surge.
I was gonna say Surge.
Surge was my shit, dude.
Okay.
That shit
Okay.
was like liquid crack for like 9-year-old me, dude.
They brought it back.
They did too, and it was not the same.
Yeah, dude.
No.
I don't remember it tasting that bad.
I mean, it was pretty close. So when they brought Surge, back, it tasted like Vault. If you guys
Yeah,
remember that,
yeah, kinda.
pissed
I
off
didn't
mellow
mind Vault.
yellow. I didn't mind it.
Vault.
Yeah. Listen, liquid diabetes. Listen. We're probably not the people to hang out with. We did not name one healthy thing since we've been talking about food so far.
Yeah.
But hey, except for the box of Mikey's, RBC,
Raisin Bran Crunch.
That's about it. That's where health starts, which tells you how they probably eat on tour. Now, speaking of tour, y'all definitely want to, close it out by, telling everybody the Summer Meltdown Tour. Dude, this summer, 7/7, starting at Shag Nasty's. I think you guys end in like Indiana or Ohio.
I think right now it's in Kentucky. We've got another
It's
date added that we
Kentucky.
haven't
Sorry.
announced
Okay.
yet.
Well,
I think we've got a show in Kentucky coming up as well. So
that's gonna be dope as shit. I'm gonna definitely try and fucking like
we'll be
to make it
dropping
to
a new
that one.
flyer with the updated dates and stuff. Probably in the
There it
next
is. We'll
few
throw it
days.
up right here. But yeah, Summer Meltdown Tour with Silvertung. Dude, I'm looking forward to it. I'm definitely looking forward to it because I'm going to film a lot of the fucking shit, so it's going to be dope as fuck. Rockfest is going to be in-fucking-sane, boys. Like, this is going to be sweet. The hotels are sold out. That tells me there's already a shit ton of people going to this.
I mean, I'm gonna be there, so it's gonna be a good
We're
time.
all going to be there. It's going to be fucking sweet. It's going to be
I'm
a
gonna
great-ass
be
fucking time.
Drinking and partying and listening to all the dope bands that are gonna be.
Getting your face melted off.
I imagine by the time Slipknot plays, I'm gonna be slip drunk.
Slipping into a fucking alcoholic coma.
They're gonna be like, "Where's Cody?" I'm gonna be down in the pit, like people equal shit.
Summer Meltdown Tour. It's going to be fucking a lot better than talking about people dying. It's gonna melt your fucking faces off. There's gonna be a shit ton of weed all over the fucking tour in the legal states, of course. Dude, go to it. I mean, people. There are things. Come on, you know. This fucking drink is amazing.
Oh my god, you already drank the whole thing.
Yep.
He said there was 100 milligrams of THC in that thing.
Yep.
Jesus.
And it's kicking in. It's fucking great, boys. I'll tell you. I'll have to bring you some. It's a lemonade. You guys like lemonade?
I love lemonade.
You're gonna love lemonade now. But no, I really appreciate you guys coming on again. Summer Meltdown Tour, you know, with Silvertung, Artifice here in the house. Again, thank you, boys, for coming on. You know, talking a little bit with me. I really appreciate allowing me to get an introspective view and having some rather difficult questions, albeit sorry, but I really do appreciate the view and again the entertainment, man. It's a damn good show, boys.
Appreciate it. We hope some people watch this and decide to come see for themselves.
Oh, you're damn right. You're damn right. But without any other fucking ado, y'all, it's the end of the Daily Chronicles. We had another amazing episode. Artifice, again, I want to thank you for coming on the show.
This is
see
me
you guys on the,
giving
we'll
a
catch you on
silent
the other
thanks.
side.